A soft morning light washes over a quiet suburban street. Lawn sprinklers send gentle arcs of water across neatly trimmed grass, and the hum of a distant radio mingles with the rustle of newspapers hitting doorsteps. It's a scene that feels reassuring and timeless. Neighbors nod hello as they pass, and the comforting smell of fresh coffee lingers in the air. For many who have crossed into their mid-60s and beyond, these small, familiar moments serve as treasured daily rituals. Yet beneath this warm tapestry of shared smiles and easy routines lies an undercurrent of peril that few notice until it's too late. The fragility of health, the subtle shifts in independence, the quiet erosion of connection. These factors don't always announce themselves with sirens or headlines, but their impact can be devastating. In countless communities around the globe, seniors unknowingly brush up against threats they are neither prepared for nor fully aware of. Every year, thousands of people over 65 face 3 hidden dangers that can dramatically cut their golden years short. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on these silent threats and how you can guard yourself. In this program, we'll spotlight the stories behind these hazards and explain why they remain overlooked by so many. We'll meet those who've managed to navigate life's later chapters with courage and resilience, and those who've been caught off guard, finding themselves in circumstances that upend cherished dreams of a peaceful retirement. Most importantly, we'll provide practical, life-saving insights to help you or someone you love stay one step ahead. Because when it comes to the later stages of life, knowledge isn't just power, it's protection. And whether you're watching for yourself or for a friend, understanding the scope of these dangers may be the difference between living each day to its fullest and losing precious years that should be defined by freedom, joy, and connection. Hello and welcome to Legendary Space, where we focus on practical wisdom and life hacks designed especially for seniors. Whether you're watching for yourself or for a loved one, I'm glad you're here, because today's topic is all about keeping our later years both fulfilling and secure. We're going to explore 3 significant health risks that tend to slip under the radar after age 65. Risks that can seriously affect your independence and well-being if left unchecked. By the time we're done, you'll know exactly what to watch out for, along with straightforward, effective steps you can take to safeguard yourself. Think of this as your personal toolkit, put together to ensure that your golden years truly shine. We'll talk about why these hidden issues can be so harmful, share real-life stories that bring them to light, and give you the confidence to spot and address them before they become problems. So if you've ever wondered about the best ways to stay active, connected, and prepared for what life has in store, you won't want to miss a single moment. Stick around for clear, doable tips that can help you avoid or manage these concerns, because we believe your later years should be your greatest ones yet. Now, let's turn our attention to the first and often most underestimated challenge and see what can be done to keep it from becoming a barrier to living life on your own terms. Loneliness often arrives without warning. It doesn't knock on the door or announce itself with grand gestures. It's subtle, creeping into the quiet moments. When you're sitting at home, the phone hasn't rung for days, or the only sound in the room is the faint hum of the refrigerator. For many seniors, social isolation doesn't require living alone. It can happen even in a house full of people, where the interactions feel shallow, or the connections you once relied on seem to have faded over time. And while it may seem like just an emotional state, the truth is far more concerning. Let's talk about what loneliness truly does to us. Research has revealed something startling. Feeling persistently lonely can be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Imagine that. Loneliness is not just something that makes us feel a little sad or out of sorts. It's actively chipping away at our physical and mental well-being. It increases the risk of heart disease, weakens our immune system, and can even lead to cognitive decline, such as memory loss or difficulty concentrating. And let's not forget the emotional toll. Loneliness can pave the way for depression, anxiety, and a lingering sense of hopelessness. What's especially insidious about this issue is how often it goes unnoticed, even by the people experiencing it. We tell ourselves we're fine or used to being alone, but deep down, The need for connection is as vital as the air we breathe. I remember a neighbor, Mr. Harvey, who lived just a few doors down from me. He was in his late 70s and seemed to have a routine. He'd sit on his porch every morning with his coffee and wave at passersby. It looked like he was content, but over time, I realized something was missing. He rarely had visitors, and his family lived out of state. One day, I stopped by to chat, and after just a few minutes, his face lit up as though he hadn't spoken to anyone in weeks. That encounter stuck with me because it was such a stark reminder of how easy it is to mistake solitude for peace, when in reality, it can be a silent cry for connection. So, what can we do about this? If you're feeling isolated, or you know someone who might be, it's essential to take proactive steps to bridge that gap. Start with something simple. Find a local group or organization that aligns with your interests. Many senior centers offer activities like yoga, book clubs, or art classes where you can meet people who share your passions. It's not just about attending events, it's about building relationships. Even a brief conversation or a shared laugh can make a difference. If getting out and about feels challenging, technology can be a lifeline. I know it can seem intimidating at first, but platforms like Zoom, FaceTime, or even Facebook groups can open up a world of connection. Imagine joining a virtual class on a topic you love, or catching up with faraway family members over a video call. It's not the same as being in the same room, but it's a wonderful way to stay engaged and feel part of a larger community. Another strategy that works wonders is creating a social calendar. Think of it as scheduling your connections the way you'd schedule a doctor's appointment or a trip to the grocery store. Set aside specific days to call a friend, meet someone for coffee, or even just write a heartfelt letter. These small actions add up, creating a rhythm of connection that keeps loneliness at bay. And if you're someone who finds joy in helping others, consider volunteering. Many organizations are always looking for volunteers to lend a hand, and it's a fantastic way to meet new people while making a positive impact. Whether it's reading to children at a library or helping out at a food bank, the act of giving often brings connection and fulfillment in return. But above all, remember this: you are not alone in feeling lonely. It's a shared experience that countless others face, and acknowledging it is the first step toward addressing it. There's no shame in reaching out for help or admitting you'd like to feel more connected. It's one of the most human things we can do. Now, before we move on, I'd love to hear from you. Have you found a unique or meaningful way to stay connected, either with others in your community or with loved ones far away? Maybe it's a weekly coffee date, a book club, or even just a quick phone call each evening. Whatever it is, share your story in the comments below. Your idea might inspire someone else to take that first step toward building or rebuilding their own circle of connection. And isn't that what it's all about? Helping each other find those moments of joy, understanding, and togetherness. Because no one should have to face the journey alone. As we age, food becomes more than just nourishment. It's a cornerstone of our health, energy, and ability to enjoy life. But for many seniors, maintaining proper nutrition isn't always easy. Maybe the appetite isn't what it used to be, or cooking feels like a chore when you're only preparing meals for yourself. It could be as simple as forgetting to drink enough water throughout the day. These small habits, though seemingly minor, can add up to serious consequences over time. Here's the reality. As we grow older, our bodies don't process nutrients the way they once did. The ability to absorb key vitamins and minerals can decrease, meaning that even if you think you're eating well, your body might not be getting everything it needs. And when those gaps go unaddressed, they can lead to some surprising and serious complications. Weakness, frequent illnesses, low energy, and even injuries from falls are often tied back to something as straightforward as a nutritional deficiency. It's not just about eating too little or too much. It's about making sure we're eating what truly counts. Let's take a moment to talk about the nutrients many seniors often lack. Vitamin D, calcium, B12, and protein are big ones. Vitamin D and calcium are crucial for keeping bones strong and preventing fractures. B12 plays a key role in keeping our nerves healthy and our minds sharp. And protein? It's what helps maintain muscle mass, which is so important for staying active and independent. Without enough of these essentials, our bodies start to feel the strain, and that strain can lead to more serious health risks, from weakened immunity to prolonged hospital stays after an illness or injury. I'm reminded of my neighbor Joan, a lively woman in her 70s who always seemed to be on the go. A few months back, she started mentioning how tired she felt all the time, something she chalked up to just getting older. But after a routine checkup, her doctor discovered she had a vitamin D deficiency. With a simple change in her diet and a supplement recommended by her doctor, she was back to her energetic self within weeks. Joan's story is a reminder of how easily these things can be overlooked and how quickly they can be turned around with the right steps. So what can we do to keep nutrition on track as we age? Let's start with the basics. A well-balanced plate is your foundation. Focus on lean proteins like chicken, fish, or plant-based options like beans and tofu. Add in whole grains for lasting energy, and don't skimp on those leafy greens and colorful vegetables. They're packed with the vitamins your body needs. If big meals feel overwhelming, try smaller, nutrient-dense snacks throughout the day. A handful of almonds, a bowl of Greek yogurt with fresh berries, or a slice of whole grain toast with avocado can go a long way in filling the gaps. Another tip is to stay hydrated. It sounds simple, but many seniors don't drink enough water. Dehydration can sneak up on you, leading to fatigue, dizziness, and even confusion. Set a goal to drink a glass of water with every meal and carry a bottle with you during the day as a reminder. It's also worth considering regular checkups with your healthcare provider. Blood tests can reveal deficiencies you might not even realize you have. And if you're not sure where to start with planning meals, there are fantastic apps and tools out there to help. Many are free and can guide you in building a grocery list, tracking nutrients, and ensuring your meals are balanced and fulfilling. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your go-to healthy meal or snack? Maybe it's something simple you whip up in minutes, or perhaps it's a family recipe that stood the test of time. Share your ideas in the comments below. You never know who you might inspire. After all, when it comes to staying healthy, we're all in this together. Let's make mealtime not just about fueling our bodies, but also about nourishing our connections with one another. Let's talk about an issue that doesn't get enough attention but has the potential to change everything in an instant: falls. For seniors, falls are the leading cause of fatal injuries. Think about that for a second. More than chronic illnesses, heart conditions, or even other accidents, the simple act of losing your balance can have life-altering consequences. It's one of those risks we don't think about until it happens, but the impact is far-reaching. The thing is, it's not just the act of falling that's dangerous. A single fall can set off a cascade of challenges that are incredibly difficult to recover from. It might start with a fracture, a hip, a wrist, or even a head injury. Then comes the hospital stay, the surgeries, the physical therapy, and for many, the emotional toll. Confidence takes a hit. The fear of falling again sets in. Independence begins to feel out of reach. What starts as a momentary slip can quickly turn into months or even years of struggle. For some, it's the beginning of a life that feels smaller, more confined, and far from the vibrant, active retirement they once envisioned. It reminds me of my Aunt Carol. She was in her late 60s, full of energy, and the kind of person who never slowed down. Gardening, walking her dog, helping her grandkids with their homework, she was always moving. But one morning, while rushing to answer the phone, she tripped on a loose rug in her hallway. It wasn't a dramatic fall, but it was enough to fracture her hip. What followed were months of recovery, surgery, weeks in a rehabilitation facility, and countless physical therapy sessions. She once told me, "I used to take every step for granted. Now, every step feels like a gift." That one fall changed her perspective and her life. Here's the reality. Falls can happen to anyone, but they're especially common and dangerous for seniors. Why? Our muscles naturally weaken with age, our balance isn't as sharp as it used to be, and sometimes even medications can contribute to dizziness. It's not just about physical health. Our surroundings play a huge role too. Cluttered spaces, slippery floors, poor lighting, all of these can create hazards we might not even notice. The good news is that there are simple, practical steps we can take to minimize the risk of falls. Let's start with your home. Take a moment to look around your living space. Are there loose rugs in the hallway or bathroom? Is there enough light to see clearly at night? Are there sturdy railings on the stairs or grab bars in the shower? These might seem like small details, but they can make an enormous difference. Installing grab bars near the toilet and in the shower, adding non-slip mats, and making sure there's adequate lighting in every corner of your home can go a long way in preventing accidents. But safety isn't just about the environment, it's about the body too. Strength and balance are your best allies when it comes to staying on your feet. Gentle exercises like Tai Chi, yoga, or even a short daily walk can help improve your stability and build muscle. These don't have to be intense workouts. A few minutes a day, consistently, can strengthen the muscles that support your joints and improve your coordination. If you're unsure where to start, look for local senior fitness classes or online programs designed specifically for older adults. The key is to keep moving, because the more you move, the more confident you'll feel in your own body. And let's not forget about assistive devices. Sometimes a cane, walker, or even a good pair of supportive shoes can make all the difference. I know there's often hesitation around using these tools. Maybe it feels like giving in to aging or admitting vulnerability. But the way I see it, using these devices isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of taking control, of prioritizing your safety and independence. These tools exist to help you live your life fully and confidently. Why not take advantage of them? It's also worth considering how we approach recovery when a fall does happen. Too often, people rush back into their routines, thinking they can push through the pain or that it's not that bad. But proper recovery is crucial to regaining strength and preventing further injuries. If you or someone you love experiences a fall, take the time to follow through on physical therapy, listen to medical advice, and make the necessary adjustments at home. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you, have you found a routine or habit that's helped you maintain your balance or prevent falls? Maybe it's a simple morning stretch routine, a piece of advice you've received, or even a home modification that's made your space safer. Whatever it is, please share it in the comments below. You never know. Your insight might be the thing that saves someone else from a serious accident. At the end of the day, this isn't just about avoiding injuries. It's about protecting your freedom, your independence, and your ability to live life on your own terms. Because every step you take, every move you make, is a step towards staying active, capable, and confident. And that's a future worth investing in. Now that we've explored these three critical issues, let's take a moment to step back and reflect on what we've uncovered. Each of these challenges, social isolation, poor nutrition, and falls, might seem like separate problems at first glance, but they're deeply connected. They can feed into each other in ways that make life harder than it needs to be. Think about it. Loneliness can lead to poor eating habits. Without a sense of connection, meals might feel like a chore rather than something to enjoy. In turn, poor nutrition weakens your body, making you more prone to falls and injuries. And once a fall happens, the isolation can deepen as mobility becomes limited. It's a cycle, but the good news is that it's a cycle we can break. By addressing these issues head-on, you can dramatically improve not only your lifespan, but your quality of life. Imagine feeling stronger, more connected, and confident in your ability to navigate each day. It's not about making massive changes overnight. It's about small, consistent steps that lead to meaningful results. Let's shift our focus to something uplifting, something hopeful. The truth is, no matter where you're starting from, there's always a path forward. Life after 65 isn't about winding down. It's about rediscovering what makes you feel alive. There's a Japanese proverb that I often think about. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. It's a reminder that resilience isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about facing them with courage and determination. Every step you take to improve your health and well-being, no matter how small, is a victory worth celebrating. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one tip from each of these issues and give it a try this week. If you're feeling isolated, make a plan to call a friend, join a local group, or even schedule a video chat with family. For nutrition, take a closer look at your meals. Add some extra veggies, try a protein-packed snack, or simply drink more water. And for mobility, find a balance exercise or stretch that works for you, or take a walk around the block. These aren't monumental tasks. They're small, doable steps that can have a big impact. Remember, you're not in this alone. We're a community, and by sharing our experiences and supporting each other, we can all thrive together. If you've tried something that's helped you, share it in the comments. If you're struggling with one of these issues, ask for advice. There's so much wisdom and kindness here, and I'm confident we can learn from one another. The golden years are called golden for a reason. They're a time to shine, to live fully, and to embrace everything that makes life meaningful. So let's take these lessons, put them into action, and make sure these years truly live up to their name. Together, we've got this. Let's thrive, not just survive, because there's so much life left to live. As we come to the end of this conversation, I want to leave you with one powerful thought. It's never too late to take control of your health and happiness. Every step you take, no matter how small, matters. These simple, daily actions we've talked about aren't just habits. They're lifelines that can steer you away from the serious hazards we've uncovered. Addressing loneliness by reconnecting with others, fueling your body with the right nutrition, and taking steps to stay safe and mobile. These aren't just practical solutions. They're acts of self-care and self-respect. They're declarations that you deserve a life that is rich, fulfilling, and filled with moments that bring you joy. Your later years have the potential to be some of the most rewarding and meaningful chapters of your life. This time is yours to cherish, to explore new passions, to strengthen old connections, and to create memories that make every single day worth living. Don't let these hidden dangers stand in your way. I'll leave you with one final piece of encouragement. Change doesn't have to feel overwhelming. It begins with one small step. Maybe that step is reaching out to an old friend, cooking a balanced meal, or taking 5 minutes to stretch and strengthen your body. It's about progress, not perfection. Every positive action is a victory in itself. Now, as we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. What's the one step you're committing to today? Maybe it's trying a new routine, making a small adjustment to your home, or simply connecting with someone in your life. Share it in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to take that first step too. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I hope this conversation has given you the tools and confidence to embrace your golden years with strength and resilience. Take care of yourself, stay connected, and remember, you are never alone in this journey. There's a whole community here, ready to support you every step of the way. Until next time, stay safe, stay active, and stay inspired. Before we wrap up, let me ask you for a favor. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, please give it a thumbs up. It lets us know we're on the right track and helps this content reach others who might need it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, so you never miss out on practical wisdom and life hacks tailored just for you. And if you know someone, a family member, a friend, or a neighbor who could benefit from what we've shared today, please share this video with them. Together, we can grow this community of caring, informed seniors and support each other in living our best lives. Now, here's a question I'd love for you to answer in the comments. What's your top piece of advice for staying healthy after 65? Maybe it's a habit, a mantra, or something you've learned from experience. Share your wisdom. It might just be the thing someone else needs to hear today. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Remember to take care of yourself, stay connected, and embrace every moment with strength and optimism. Until next time, stay safe, stay active, and stay inspired. I'll see you in the next video.